I work hard. I don't make a lot of money. I can't save money and pay you rent and try to move. So what is it that I can do? You know, I need help. These people in this building, we're not only neighbors, we're family, okay? You know, I work around here. My kids go to school around here. My family passed away. I don't have anywhere else to go. I don't have anybody I can turn to. So how can you just come and tape a note to my door to tell me I have to leave in 30 days? That's not right.
The current living situations of the building are unlawful and unjustful in the fact that the lights in the hallways don't work, the emergency exit is blocked, and it's against the city violations. And again, there's no one we can contact in case of emergencies or repairs to the building.
That is the reaction. Those are the demands as a group fights a bank to stop evictions in Latino and African-American neighborhoods. Hello to you and welcome to Adelante Chicago. I'm Lourdes Duarte. Thank you so much for joining us today. Bienvenidos. So let's begin with this fight that's been going on for what seems like years now. As places like Logan Square and Pilsen continue to grow, families feel like they're being pushed out. Lily Lerner is a tenant organizer with the Autonomous Tenants Union. She is more on this latest demonstration. It's very nice to see you and nice to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Important topic to talk about, and this really goes back at least more than a decade, really, where families have felt that they have slowly been pushed out of their neighborhoods. What is it about this moment in time that got people to mobilize so much?
Yeah, as you said, this has been happening for a long time, and it usually flies under the radar. But I think communities like Logan Square, Pilsen, Little Village, they've been fighting for a while, and I think with the intense raises in rents, rent increases, you see like new properties going up, people feel like they have no other option but to resist. And so that's maybe why we're seeing more mobilization.
And the issue at this point became not just that they're feeling that they're being pushed out, but evictions themselves,
Exactly.
that in some cases they're not even being given the time to leave,
Right.
to pack up and be able
Right.
to move somewhere else.
Right.
It's under the 30-day rule.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, so these are families, especially the one at the Cermak building that's in struggle currently.
And that's the 2622 West Cermak Road, which is the
Yes.
one that you're demonstrating and has really become sort of the poster child for all of this.
Exactly. And these are families who've been there upwards of 10 to 15 years. It's really hard to ask someone, or not even ask, but demand that they leave their life, their home, their community, and all their memories in 30 days. It's absurd.
Yeah, and I see the demonstrations
Yes.
there, the dozens of people who were out there. Do you feel like you were heard? Do you feel like this generated any sort of change?
Yeah, you know what? This is only the first step in a series of greater escalations. We've got a long-term strategy worked out, and it's still in motion in regards to what the tenants want and how far they're willing to go. I feel like the community did hear us, which was amazing. I feel like we did put a little bit of pressure on Barnett Capital, but you know, we're still in the struggle. We're still in the fight to reach our demands.
Have the families had to move out as of today?
No,
They're still in there.
exactly. So their eviction won't even be filed at least until the 1st of September. So we're really trying to act proactively and not reactionary in regards to this eviction proceeding.
Okay. Talk to me a little bit about what the money situation is like in these neighborhoods, meaning rents. How much have they gone up? Are they even affordable for your average family, you know, living on an average income?
Right. Well, the tenants currently are paying rent that is affordable for them. Many folks have been looking for apartments because they're worried about the imminent fear of being evicted, and they come back telling us there's nothing affordable. They were seeing two-bedroom apartments for upwards of $1,800, $2,000, and that's really not...
When they were in the past paying...
$500,
wow.
$600. So that's a really huge...
It's very steep for anyone, right?
Exactly.
So where are they going? Where are they headed? Are there areas that they're more likely to move to then if they do get pushed out?
Right. Currently, they're not heading anywhere. We're still there, we're still fighting, we're still struggling, and we really want the community to support us in this struggle because it's happening everywhere, not just Little Village. We do think if eventually they have to move out, they will be able to find something in the Little Village neighborhood, but it's always a struggle. There's even discrimination and problems in regards to application processes. So hopefully Little Village they'll be able to stay in, but
Since I have you here, I want to talk about the other side of this, because the other side of this would be developers and people who are pro, I guess, progress, you could call it, right? They're saying, look, if we bring in some of these bigger developments and we have more tenants and we can bring in more retail, that then generates more dollars for these neighborhoods that need it, and that could maybe use those dollars to improve schools and improve infrastructure and things like that, right? So what do you say to people who have that as a criticism of what you're doing?
Right. You know what? That's an interesting argument. It's not one that I buy into.
Why not?
Because when folks talk about progress and development and building a new Chicago, we've seen those signs all around, they're not talking about who, on the backs of whom, you know, who is being displaced in order for you to build this new building. That brings up another question of property taxes. When you bring in new developments, new stores, new apartment complexes, property taxes go up, and landlords often, well, usually increase rents. So the families that were the staple of the community, the core of the community, can no longer live there. And it's really designed to bring new, wealthier folks into the neighborhood.
Okay, are lawmakers listening? Because they're the ones that can sometimes generate the most change.
You know what? Lawmakers do have a lot of influence and pressure, and our comrades in Logan Square, Somos Logan Square, they often work with lawmakers or try to figure out if there are pressure points. We haven't done that yet in this campaign. We're going to talk with our tenants and figure out if that's the direction they want to go.
What's next? Anything coming up here in the near future that people need to know about?
Yeah, I would say they can find more information on our Facebook page, which is the Autonomous Tenants Union. I also we have our email address and phone number. There will be actions to come come September.
Okay, and there's the information on your screen if you're interested. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate it. Next, right here on Adelante Chicago, we do want to mention that we did reach out to the real estate company Barnett Capital Ltd. They, however, decided not to comment on this story.